See, like, this bugs me. Don't hate me, Shriz. But, like, you're faking no one right now. I always talk about car body language, and I always throw out the word submissive. Like, you think, like, a dog rolling on its back to be submissive. Like, that's body language that, like, hey, pet me, or whatever it may be. Shadow defense or fake challenges eventually stop working when you're just all the way out of the play. Like, you're faking no one, you're shadowing no one. Because the whole point of fake challenges and shadow defense is it's a way to transfer possession, because the opponent thinks you might be turning, right? You know, if you're shadowing right here, they don't know if you're going to backflip challenge or quick turn on the ball. Like, we're getting there, right? So, like, you're faking more and you're shadowing more, but it's like the spacing that's bugging me. And I want us to... This is going to be Shriz. Shriz is typically champ 1. And I believe we've been talking a lot about ball control. Control everything. Let's see what's going on, dude. Good. Go out of your comfort zone, man. I know that's kind of the mechanical stress we've been talking about. Shadow defense. Kind of uncomfy to go for aerials like that. Good. Good. Yeah, man. Good. Good, good, good. Everything looks good. Playing pretty deep and passive. I would say this is improvement, though. See, you're gonna, like, hate me because, well, you're starting to learn how I do progressions. What is top of mind is our positioning. We're super, super deep. Super deep. Which is good. There's benefits to playing deep at a lower level. Players throw the ball away, counterattack, play patient, etc. But what I want to do is, like, keep throwing you into the deep end. I know we've talked kinda about this. Here's what we're doing. We're playing like a really deep second man, playing patient. Couple, like, we had a pre-jump mistake, but overall playing pretty deep second man, playing good. Well, what happens is, like, your game sense is limited to this position. So it's like, okay, patience, and then I will, like, turn this into ball control and transition. And, like, we want to keep that. I don't want to lose that. But, like, we had that shadow defense aerial before. I'll show it one more time for you. This. Right. I almost would put this at the top of your priority list for mechanics training. It's sideways, backwards, that playing forward. Jeez, I can't even say playing forward anymore because I got made fun of for the way I talk. Sideways, backwards, playing forward, POV, right? That's our mechanical stress. I want to put that highest priority on your list. And it's like, how do we do that? Well, I would say traditionally at this level, you got to be close to the play. You have to fake. And that's how you get put into those positions. And I want you to really focus that, not just to improve mechanics, but, and this is where, like, the annoying progression stuff works in. We started off with speed, and then we went super traditional with positioning, and now we're working in ball control, and we talked about midfield positioning and small pads. But what's bugging me is this. Like, I want you to be, I don't really know what's bugging me. Is it the confidence that you can't be closer to the play? Is it the fact that your teammate clearly has some sort of ball control, yet we're playing back like he's going to get dunked? Like, is it the game sense involved with the positioning? And yes, he gets dunked. But, like, I want us in the play. I want us in the play, man. I want us in the play. Like, everything is just this. It's like goal line, it's back, and I like the fakes, and I think we're doing the fakes well, like, in this zone. But I want us to be able to, like, be playing like an aggressive, it's not even an aggressive second man, but playing a second man here when your teammate has the ball there and do that fake into shadow. I feel like we're very goal line in our half positioned, and, like, what that promotes is open space ball control, which is a way to improve mechanics. But, like, I don't know if it's the spacing that bugs me. Like, this bugs me. So that's where my brain's at. In a perfect world, we're always following up a teammate, And if they get dunk, we fake and we play our shadow defense. And if the game sense calls for you being all the way back here, then we get that open space transition control. Try to like walk through examples, but I think simply put, we're just too spaced out. We're too spaced out, and I want us to be in the play more, and I really want to put a stress on shadow defense and fakes. See, like, this bugs me. Don't hate me, Shriz. But, like, you're faking no one right now. I always talk about car body language, and I always throw out the word submissive. Like, you think, like, a dog rolling on its back to be submissive. Like, that's body language that, like, hey, pet me, or whatever it may be. Shadow defense or fake challenges eventually stop working when you're just all the way out of the play. Like, you're faking no one, you're shadowing no one. Because the whole point of fake challenges and shadow defense is it's a way to transfer possession, because the opponent thinks you might be turning, right? You know, if you're shadowing right here, they don't know if you're going to backflip challenge or quick turn on the ball. Like, we're getting there, right? So, like, you're faking more and you're shadowing more, but it's like the spacing that's bugging me. And I want us to, okay, we're going to get our boost, and it's turn on the ball. Okay, you're going to turn on the ball. And if you have an opportunity to shoot, you shoot. But if they start following, you either 50. And if you think that 50 is risky, then you fake. And this initial fake right here might be the transfer of possession. And then if they don't transfer possession, you shadow. But you shadow, there's no right distance to shadow. There's benefits to shadowing close because you could quick turn or backflip challenge. There's benefits to shadowing far because you're baiting them into like flick or air dribble or something, right? You're baiting in their control mechanics, and if they mess up, then you get all that space. And then there's benefits to being somewhere in the middle because you get the best of both options. There's no right option, but like, we're very spaced out, goal line heavy, and when we shadow, it's like super far away. This is where, like, you're gonna hate me, but this is part of the progression. I'm pretty much saying, awesome, you listened to what I said, you're doing it, you're getting better, but give me more. Right? Like, continue to put yourself in these like really awkward situations, because it's awkward to turn on this and then fake and then shadow close or like shadow far, right? But you want to give yourself more options, because the game sense is if you shadow here, your only option is this goal line. So like, you're dependent on them throwing the ball away. If you turned and fake, you might get that instant possession. If you turn, fake, and shadow, you have the option to backflip challenge or quick turn cut, or you can continue there. So like, I'm all about like options, and our positioning and spacing is limiting our options on the field. And it feels good because like, players at this rank are not that good, and they will just throw you the ball away. But eventually, and this is the end goal for you, man, you're getting destroyed for doing this. As in, like, air dribble bumped, this dude is going for a flick, and this dude's chasing a bump, right? So like, you're getting punished for this. So I hope that makes sense. I think you're playing good. It's just we're very heavy-handed with very far shadow and deep spacing and goal line positioning. Meet me in the middle with some things. That would be the goal. And just to show the POV, because I mentioned car body language, again, like, the whole point of fakes and the whole point of shadow are to fake out the opponent. And what's going to be very interesting is I'm probably going to show this player's POV, and they're going to have zero awareness for your car. I hope I'm proven wrong. Okay, they have a little bit of awareness, which is good. But like, you see how far away you are? Yes, players at Diamond 3, Champ 1, Champ 2 will get faked out by this, or they'll panic because you're giving them space and then their mechs break down. But eventually, like, you're pretty much telling this player, clip on me. And that dude just takes the ball with no boost. Like, yes, like, people at this level are interesting. But I hope this makes sense. I'm going to show more examples for you. That was good. Overall, it's a good replay. I want to go down like this defensive route, okay? That's going to be like the theme of this. Keep the offense, keep everything else, man. Keep it all. Even if I do see some stuff breaking down in that category, I'm not going to talk about it. Good. And ball control looks better. Biggest thing with ball control for you is follow-up touches. Every touch is a follow-up touch. Don't really think about the mechanics you go for. Just every touch has a follow. Every time you play the ball, it's like, I'm going to play that ball. I got to follow it. All right. Good. Good example. Perfect. Perfect. And there's levels to it. There's layers to it. At first, I'm like, yes, he's going to shadow deep to further my point. But this is a meet me in the middle play. Okay? Meet me in the middle. If this is your comfort zone, I will take it because this is better than the deep. You rotate, and instead of tracking all the way back and then turning or shadowing, you turn at the midfield line. And what's great, and this is where, again, the whole point of it is options. You turn, you could fake. This is a good play on the ball, right? It's a good 50, you know, maybe push it this way to get boost control or something and ball control, but or it's an intentional loss, so this player gets it. There's ways to like make this play better. But what's awesome is, and this is how I want to train your brain, just because you go, right? And this is the meet me in the middle shadow distance. And then you turn, you can fake. And that's the mechanical stress I want to put you in, is that shadow defense length, but also being in such a small zone and being able to peel off quickly. That takes your brain to make like a decision very, very quickly. Okay. And that's a mechanical stress. You could also like add drive challenges where you just drive through this challenge, you hit the ball, but you're trying to demo the player. You could also play the ball like you did, intentional 50-50 placement, whatever. But the whole point of it, it gives you options, my friend. And that's good. Another good example. So like just get the POV. I love training POVs. Really easy to see in game. You're shadowing close. And then you shadow. And like this is where I want to continue to experiment options. I'll even show the POV to show the point of close shadow distance. This dude's like, oh snap, I see Shriz, right? And because he sees you, that causes their mechanics to break down. I know that's weird, but just trust me when I say that. Just trust me. The fact that you're in the play is like literally making this dude stress out. And like the lower the rank, the more they stress out. And that's why they give you the ball. And what's great, this is where I want to talk options. Just because you shadow and they give you the ball doesn't mean you need to play it. You could act like you're going to play it, fake it, let this ball bounce, and teammate gets air dribble or sideball or whatever, right? No right way to play it. We'll probably play it. Be cool if we do a backflip right now, because that's the other perfect, right? You see how we side flipped? That's the other option for like close fakes or close shadows is backflipping. But you see how we miss and now our teammate gets open shot? You could always fake these. So we're getting there, right, Shriz? Like some are good, some are bad. I like our little defensive pre-jumps. We could call it that. They're not like typical pre-jumps, but for champ, I'd call them pre-jumps. I like them. Good. Very good. All G. Give you another like very, very miscellaneous thing to go out of your comfort zone. We're doing those pre-jump challenges on defense. I'm not saying do this here, but something to experiment with. If maybe you have a 3-goal lead like you do right now, you actually pre-jump this area. There's not a specific area, but higher level players do it all the time. Basically, by the time this player gets their first touch and goes for air dribble, it's a pre-jump cut, and all you're doing is pre-jumping an area just like you do on your defensive pre-jumps. And it's just another comfort zone thing, right? Like this dude's like, heck yeah. And then all of a sudden you come in, fly, 50, etc. Good. So like, and this is, I'm not saying this dude's a god, okay? But my end goal is for like nearly all your fakes do this to players where like, look, you're thinking, ooh, maybe I'll air dribble this. But then you see Zapper, right? Going in. And because you see him, you're like, oh shoot, I gotta boom it, I gotta beat it, but then he fakes. I want your fakes to be like super convincing. Super convincing. So you're making players panic. Not that you panicked right there. Like, that was a good boom altogether. Good. Nice try. Keep going. That kind of one bouncer, that should be like sidewall air dribble and this sort of air dribble setup where it bounces. That's your priority mechanics. I would not even focus ground play, man. Like, all you're trying to do is wall and air. That's it. You know, if you're in the air, you go on the ground again. So it's not like you're not going to train ground play. Like, if you just focus air play, you will get better ground play. Nice try. We'll take it. Clean. Just keep picking away at this, Shriz. We're halfway there, and then we'll move on to something else. Promise you. I can guarantee that.